Let's try another type of projectile, something that shoots and aims towards our mouse and shoots when we click. Now we've already modified our projectile quite a lot, so let's make a separate projectile script by making a copy of the existing projectile. So let's edit our projectile script. Click on the menu button in the top left and click Export Script, and then copy the script. You could also right click and select all, and then copy that, Control C. Now we will add a new script and import, Control V, and import, and we get all of the same blocks, but this time we are going to make this a slightly different projectile. So we'll call this mouse click projectile. And the tag on this one will be aimed bullet. Aimed bullet. So slightly different tag. And we can keep everything else here for now. We will go change some of this in a sec. Now we can close that script and save it. So we've got our new mouse click projectile script. Let's go and put that script on. What could we use? How about we make one of these darts that we can shoot by clicking? So we'll give it that code mouse click projectile. Okay, now let's edit the player. And we know that our previous projectile was triggered when we press the spacebar down here in our player controls. Let's also trigger the aimed projectile when we press our mouse button. So we'll go to events and grab when the stage is pressed. Okay, so we want to create new aimed projectiles when we click with the mouse when the stage is pressed. So let's duplicate that create new instance block, duplicate that and put that in when stage is pressed. But remember, this is a different projectile, so it's not going to be class bullet, it's going to be a new class. So we'll throw that class away. We'll go to variables, we'll create a variable, and we'll call this one aimed bullet, and it will be a class type. Okay, we'll grab class aimed bullet and put it in the create new instance block. Now remember, we need to set this class up as well. So just scroll out a bit, go up, and up here when the level starts, we've set up our other variables. We also need to set up our aimed bullet class, and that will use this class of block from sensing, class of first instance by tag, and this one is going to be aimed bullet because we're going to aim it with our mouse. Okay, then we can go back down to here. When we press the stage, we're creating this new aimed bullet. And what do we want to do with the aimed bullet? Well, let's position it just like we're doing with our other projectile. So we'll duplicate the set X position and the set Y position blocks. And let's leave those like that for now. We might tweak them in a little bit. And we're going to also send the shoot message to this aimed bullet instance. So let's go to events and grab send message to instance object, and we'll send the shoot message to the instance, the local instance. Okay, good. Now let's go back and have a look at our aimed bullet script. So we'll close our player script and edit our mouse click projectile aimed bullet. And what is it currently doing? Well, it's going invisible and disabling its physics, and it's giving itself that aimed bullet tag. That's good. Do we want it to react to gravity? Yes, we do. Do we want it to... we'll figure out something different to do when we touch, when the aimed projectile collides with things. So let's get rid of those for now. When I receive shoot with a value, we do want to destroy itself after 5,000 seconds. We don't need to worry about the scaling. We'll keep the velocity X and the velocity Y, but we'll get rid of their values. and we will enable physics and we'll set it to visible, but we don't want shoot with a value, so we'll throw that away and we'll replace it with when I receive message shoot. Shoot. Okay, good. And do we constantly want it rotating? No. So we'll throw that away. Okay, let's see what this does when we try to click. So when we click, it just creates these projectiles and they just sit there and they eventually destroy themselves. Okay, we actually want them to shoot towards the mouse. So let's go and add that into our mouse click projectile script.